And here we go to get the ball underway. We've got Andrew Nelson puts the ball up, and it's a deep one for National Athletic Village. Nice step back on the inside by Semu. Going short side and putting it on the foot, but Sweeper is back there ready to counter.
Yeah, Susanich with a great kick out there. Good follow chase by National Athletic Village. And now Ronin trying to spread the field a little.
And unlucky there from Shane Donovan Moore. Pro Rugby Sacramento, when Pro Rugby was playing there, he played in Seattle for quite a bit. He's had a couple tries today. Unlucky. You just gotta, when you go into contact, you gotta make sure you secure that pill and get that thing down for your squad. The important thing, the victory condition on the edge, is to make sure you stretch that defense, run a phase, and bring it back to the other side and let the ball do the work. National Athletic Village with the put in. Well won. Nice dip from the 10th spot and a little bit of a half gap, and supports there. Good counter. Even numbers here. Nice pat back in the inside. Looked like that's Travion Clark. He scored a couple tries already on field number 2 earlier today. Nice pop from the deck. Good defense from the Westside Ronins. And looks like that's a knock on, and they get that turnover after some great scramble defense, Grant.
You see some real pressure offensively from National Athletic Village testing out there. Travion Clark seeing that huge gap. I mean, how many trucks could we have driven that one through, right? And taking off. Clark's got a lot of speed, but he got caught by the seat of his pants. Chase Susanich, one of the Susanich twins were Susanovich twins that were there. And National Athletic Village is pressuring Ronin inside. Now Ronin, they've got, oh, look at Dion Crowder, man.
Speedsters on the edge, and what a bend on the outside. Dion Crowder finds Shane Donovan Moore on the inside, and that's going to be a try for Westside Rodents in the first blood of this match.
I got to tell you, those two have been looking to make that combination for how many years now? And that was great to see for them.
Just an incredible showcase there of edge rugby and what speed does in this game. Get to the edge, and Dion Crowder, he had a bit of work to do on the edge there. Nice fend on the outside to get around Travion Clark, who's no slow guy himself.
No slow guy, you know. But Crowder using that wrestling experience, getting himself lower in the contact while he's on the run, making sure he's not going to be pushed off.
And that's what you want to see for the Westside Roads. You know they've got some pace. How do they use it on the outside? Here's the pass out to Donovan Moore. Out to the outside to Young Crowder. Look what he's got to do here. Travion trying to get him, getting that big paw out, fend off, say, get him off me now. Support on the inside. And we all know in support scores tries in Rugby Sevens and rugby in general. And that is just a beautiful edge try by the Westside Rodents.
Nice pick there by Samu Smith. Smith takes, has it outside. Restarts, these teams are not really challenging each other on the restarts that much.
It's a part of the game where the best teams out here will definitely challenge and have a big game plan here to go ahead and win that ball. Oh, nice bump off there. Looks like that's not the monthly noble on our team sheet, trying to get a name to that jersey, but incredible run there by the number 4.
Yeah, that's definitely not the monthly noble, was it? Which is what it says on the sheet. Carcamo there showing some skill that he's not often known for, offloading out of the tackles. And usually he's just going to take it in. He's a bull.
Couple seasons in sevens, and you find yourself doing a little stuff differently.
Yep.
And here we go. Well taken by the Westside Ronin. Step back on the inside. That's Inafudi. And slow to the ruck there, but the Ronins get it back. No sweeper back for National, so they've got 7 up in the line, pressuring defense, but a gap in the middle of the field. Nice job by CT Vani getting through that middle of the gap. But bringing it back here for a forward pass.
Just floated forward on Shane when he passed that over. I mean, it was a good idea, get it out there, but it just floated on the wind out here. It's been shifting directions. It's not real windy, but it's enough when you're throwing a high bridge pass like that that it's going to blow it around a little bit.
Coming back here, both teams got to be a little gassed. That was a fast and furious first 6 minutes of this match. Westside Ronin 7 points to 0. And here we go. Put in by the Village. Little dribble at the back, and that's going to be a knock-on and a turnover here, playing advantage to Westside Ronins. And unlucky there. Scrub down, going to be Westside Ronin ball. And see if we can see some more magic from the two speedsters at center and wing here in Dion Crowder and Moore.
Colin, I'm sorry, I've got to leave you in the capable hands of Alex while I go and manage my team that's playing on another field now.
We're going to be swapping out here. Grant Cole, thank you very much for joining us. And we have Alex Corbacero here in the booth, the man, the myth, the legend. You've heard him all over NBC, the Rugby Network. The guy is absolutely legend here. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, mate. Pleasure to be here with you too. A big fan of your work, and fantastic we get to call some rugby out here. It's been an exciting weekend so far.
Right on. This is our first time. We've been bouncing around the commentary spots here, but first time getting to work together. And what better opportunity than the National Club Sevens Championships here at Starfire Stadium. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we're going to be running into halftime here after this scrum down, but we've got the Westside Ronins up 7-0 from a great try from Shane Donovan Moore off a Dion Crowder run off the outside wing, but all to play for here in this match. Nice put in by the Athletic. Village waiting for a loop around here, and the ball back on the inside. Nice support pass. Ronin's doing a great job with the fence. Players on the outside, 2-on-1 opportunity here. Ball skips out to the outside. Travion. Well-resourced ruck. Defense is strong. No sweeper back for the Ronins. 7 up. The big man, Irving Carcameo. Knocking that ball, and that's going to be halftime here. Westside Ronins leading the National Athletic Village here, 7 points to 0, and just a scrappy matchup between these two sides.
Absolute arm wrestle of a game there, and that's just a costly knock on. You know, they've done all the hard work, keeping the phases going through there, and to level it up before half-time would have been massive for them. But it's been, you know, a scrappy game. It's been physical. Guys have been looking to create. Obviously, want to see some more tries here. It's what we come for and what we're expecting. But at the same time, tense, close action. That's what Sevens is about.
All the action that you want here on the Sevens pitch. It's just funny in these tournaments, the way you start the matches and the way you finish the halves. It's so important in these games.
Absolutely. The last chance to swing momentum in what is such a short period of time out there on a Sevens match. That to finish strong, one try before the break, score early. These are moments that build momentum, and it's very hard for your opponents to recover that momentum in such a short period of time.
It's almost one of those things where you can see the team sleeping, like who's going to be the one coming out here from halftime and who's going to be the one firing on all 7 cylinders, as we like to call it, getting into the game early while the other team is trying to find their feet a little bit more, and who's going to play to the final whistle.
Absolutely. In Sevens, there's just no room to like feel your way into games. You know, it's one of those things where like you've got to be bang on. You've got to find a way for when that whistle goes, that in your warm-up, your pre-activation, your mental sort of, you know, mindset is right for minute 1, because there's just such a finite amount of seconds on the clock in this game that one bounce or one mistake or one missed tackle can be the difference.
You're only going to touch the ball a certain amount of times here in the Sevens side, so each time you touch it has got to be impactful, and that's the beauty and tragedy of this game as well.
Exactly. My fiance Abby always calls it a roller coaster of emotions. She gets the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and that's what keeps you coming back.
It is one of those things where, you know, you'll be gutted by, you know, a close loss, but guess what? In an hour's time, you're suiting up again, you're back on the pitch, so you got to flush it, a little bit of athlete amnesia, and get back on the pitch.
Absolutely, the mental resilience and the robustness you have to be able to bounce back in the sport over a weekend in the tournament is huge.
And here we go, the ball is up in the hands of Athletic Village, and they're looking fired up after that halftime huddle. In the hands of Walter Wu, and he gets smacked by some Ronins. Ball into Monte Noble's hands. He comes in at halftime. Super sub galore here. Players on their feet to the outside. Skip pass out to number 11, Seymour Smith, and he'll dot down for National Athletic Village here with 30 seconds gone in this first half. What a start.
Exactly what National Athletic Village would have wanted to sort of respond in this game. Finally getting down there, getting possession, finding the ball and the space on the edge, and making it look simple when you know it's not. There was a big hit in the middle there from Futi, from the Ronins, looking to try and get a turnover, force a spill in possession, but they were able to recover from that and then get the points, and it's game on now.
Missed kick will leave the score line 5 points to National, 7 to Westside Ronins. And that was an absolutely electric start by Alex. Let's take another look at it here, Alex.
Just feeding the speed on the edge. They created by holding possession, by going through the phases. They just out-resource the amount of numbers of defenders there, that there's space on the outside, and they're able to recognize that and move the ball there. And it looks easy, but it's not, because of the work it takes to create that space.
Yeah, exactly. One of the key parts in sevens is the accordion concept of bringing together all the defenders and be able to essentially expand again, accordion in, expand again. And over time, that stress back and forth on the defense creates those gaps like Seymour Smith had on the edge there and got the try, essentially got the Nationals back in this game. Couple of super subs coming on here for the Westside Ronin, some fresh legs. 7 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but it's an absolute eternity out there on the field.
Oh, absolutely. And then when you think about it, especially if you're a high flyer or someone who's burned a bit of that jet fuel and stuff, sometimes it takes a little while to refuel and go again. And especially when you've got a whole weekend of games that you don't want to sort of, you want to manage your players and that sort of workload as well. Rotation of subs and sevens is everything, because that Athletic Village is just taking a little bit of a momentum shift, and maybe I think from a Ronin's point of view, you sense that a little bit, you try and bring some fresh legs on, try and sort of rejig the momentum back in your favor.
There is method to the madness here on the sevens pitch. There's a lot of science that goes behind player management, especially when you're playing 2-day tournaments and a couple games a day. How you win that interval, how you win that recovery, how do you keep your players fresh throughout the entire tournament to win a championship? All that's incredibly difficult, which championship teams know, and they come back here and they kind of share the same success with other teams. But here's DeMonte Noble with a big fend in the midfield. Step in the sweeper, and he's going to go under the sticks, and that's what that super sub can bring to the squad. Incredible stuff from DeMonte Noble.
Just like that, a player can strike. It's the fend initially that gets him away, but then it's the pace and the footwork that opens this try up. This guy is built for seven. Seen him at the Pan Am Games, seen him carving up in the MLR. He is a real talent out there on the field.
I mean, when you talk about your stereotypical sevens player, I mean, you got to have quick feet, you got to be strong in the tackle, you got to be strong in the run. I mean, this guy's got the pace to kind of make you miss and then finish the try too. All around great player. Incredible to see him out here showing off his skills.
Just getting anxiety even thinking about defending a player like that, as a heavy forward myself, you're always worried about the quick guys, but look at this, the footwork to then catch him going the wrong way, but it's that fend and pace that he uses so well.
Just you mentioning lining up across DeMonte Noble, I'm like, hey, I need help. I need help, somebody on the inside.
Exactly. It reminds me of trying to even think about marking someone like Christian Wade back in my days, who's now running around with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, here we go now. The Westside Ronins trying to get something going here and responding Now down 12 points to 7 to National. And here we go. Nice step back on the inside. Shavu getting it going. The ball's back in the hands of the Ronins. Good fend strength. Back on the inside is support there. Donovan Moore gets the ball out again, and here we go. In the hands of Shavu, and Shavu, shoelace tackle, but he pops it up off the deck. That's Sami Mafu. And the Ronins are running on the goal line. Ball squirt back here, everything to play for. Shavu in the hands of Sami, trying to find something, and a knock on in the tackle and booted out of bounds. But not rolling away is the call and the penalty. We're going to bring it back. It's going to be a Westside Ronin pill. What about that passing play?
Oh, the Athletic Village are defending with their lives at the moment, but it's just too much and relentless. 5 meters out. The penalty was what gave them the chance to go again, and it didn't take them long to finish it.
Just like Alex said here, it's just too much in the game of sevens. When you're on the goal line, there's just too much space to defend, hopefully getting a mistake, but incredible defense from National there. As I think we're taking another look at it, but a great try there from the Westside Ronins. You knew they had to respond. In front of the sticks, they get the extra 2 points. They're up by 2 here with just a minute left to play in this match.
Absolutely. When you're just defending 5 meters out, when someone does a bit of footwork, a juke, a goose, you almost chop your feet for a split second to try and see what's going on, and that's all it takes for you to create a little bit of a disconnect in defense and get under the sticks.
And this is why kickoffs, ladies and gentlemen, are so important in the game of sevens. You can starve the opponent of the ball if you just get your jumpers up here and get this ball back. But a long kick here, giving National the opportunity to go ahead and play out of their own end at the 22, see if they can bring it back out. In the hands of DeMonte Noble, the danger man stepping through 3 defenders and getting it back, looks like to Walter Wu. And he gets his pass batted back, and the Ronins will pick this thing up. With 3 seconds left on the clock, they just got to run this thing out. But they turn it back over. Athletic with the ball in their hand. Nationals. Players on their feet to the left, but diving over in the rough. The quick tap. Ball out to the left, and here we go. Dion Crowder. They're not going to stop him. He's going to dot it down under the sticks and get the victory for Westside Ronins. And this scrappy matchup between these two sides.
Just gritted it out there, and the game was on a knife edge going back and forth. Big call from the referee off their feet there. Little bit have a sympathy for Athletic Village there, as it looked tough because there was a player in the way of the clear out line that was rolling away, but at the same time, that quick turnover, they got this penalty, they tapped, they moved the ball to the edge, and then it was done. The quick transition attack had the confidence to go for the try again, secure the win, and they get the point difference on the board as well.
You know, you thought there for a second when Shane Donovan Moore had the ball, all they need to do was run backwards, get the ball out, and the pass back to National. But it looks like we're having extra time here. We'll have another kickoff. Sorry, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, injury time, and then National will have another chance to go ahead and get some points. Backwards, says the referee, in the hands of Wu. Back to the outside. That's Michael Nelson. DeMonte Noble, danger man. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be DeMonte. Nice bend. It finds the hand somehow from the no-look behind the back pass off the touchline. And holding on to the pill. Westside Ronins get over the ball and get the turnover.
Huge drama to finish the game. Unbelievable offload from DeMonte Noble to keep that ball alive. Referee deemed it to be a turnover. I wasn't sure if there was clear release or not, but that's the big call, and that is the game.
Sorry about the miscommunication there, folks. Injury time is up to the referee, but amazing end to that matchup. Ronins and National Athletic Village. What a matchup between these two sides. Ronins doing a great job of getting the victory for their squad as they continue their run for the championship. Thanks for joining us on the Rugby Network. We'll be right back with a little bit more action.